The richest 1% of Indians own 53% of country's wealth, and the richest 5% own 68.6% of the country's wealth, while the top 10% have 76.3%. At the other end of the pyramid, the poorer half of our countrymen jostles for 4.1% of the nation's wealth. This data is based on the latest report on global wealth from Credit Suisse. What's more, things are getting more and more glorious for the rich. Data show that India's richest 1% owned just 36.8% of the country's wealth in 2000, while the share of the top 10% was 65.9%. Since then, the richest have managed to steadily increase their share of the pie. The richest are growing at the expense of the relatively well-off. Between 2010 and 2015, the share of the poorer half of the population shrank from 5.3% to 4.1%. According to Credit Suisse, India's wealth increased by $2.284 trillion between 2000 and 2015. Of this rise, the richest 1% has hogged 61%, while the top 10% bagged 81%. The other 90% got the leftovers. The share of India's richest 1% is far ahead than that of top 1% of the US, who own a mere 37.3% of the total US wealth. But India's finest still have a long way to go before they match Russia, where the top 1% own a stupendous 70.3% of the country's wealth.